Good morning. Beautiful Lake Mulwala. Sunrise. Got up here a little bit late, drove up from Melbourne, but there's only one thing that could be better than this is a nice cup of coffee would be beautiful. There we go. That would be just most perfect. I am a coffee person. It touches the soul in the morning. Gets the eagles flowing through the veins. How good's that? Hit the spot lock. You keep the remote in your pocket, and then when it's time to pick yourself up, you just like you just pick yourself up. Come on, boy. Let's go fishing. Just out on the lake right now, just idling away from the ramp. Just gotta turn on my sounder. No, mind me later. I have the Lowrance Chartered Waters card. A lot of people have been asking, well, that lighting is terrible, man. A lot of people have messaged saying, is it worth it? Is it even that good? Well, put it this way, I'll just get it loaded. But you can see every single lay down. And when I mean every single, it's imagine pretty much when the lake was empty, satellite or photo images from up above were taken, and it's given the Murray course running through Mulwala. So every little pothole, ditch, runoff, every little rut that the running water made, to every little creek bed that, imagine if you were to suck all the water dry out of the lake to be visible. So if I go zoom in right now to where I am now, so you can see that's me there, just idling along. If I was to go here, just to zoom in, this is literally, see that island there, and all these laydowns here. It's a bit of a crap example. Is that island and all that timber, just that island there and all that timber is literally what I'm looking at right here. There's that island right there, and then all that timber is there. So you can effectively fish and work a drop off every laydown for a long while. Look, every little contour, every single tree. When I mean every single tree, there's like legit every tree. So imagine that. I can literally jump onto the chart button. Another thing about having a big sounder screen is being able to blow up images and get it really big, hence why I went a big unit like I did. So you can actually see every single laydown. Now that's very crucial, especially if you do a lot of night fishing. Night fishing, that can be great because you can run and gun to spots. Obviously take caution. It is very accurate, every drop off tree that you can possibly mark. And another thing is, like, you could be sitting at home playing your iPad and you have your sign in name onto the website. I'll leave that in the description about the Chartered Waters. You can literally be at home on your laptop, iPad, even on your phone if you've got the app, to do a bit of homework at home. You can sit at home and plan your next trip. You can look, oh, this lay down or this drop off here. Well, there's so many spots that I've used to just hook past, just drive past, not even consider, and not know there's a big lay down, there's a big hole, deep water right there when I thought it was knee deep water, and wasn't the case at all. So it's definitely, if you do a lot of fishing in Mulwala, or you plan to, it's a vital tool. It's massive, massive advantage if you can get your hands on it. And I believe it's only available for Lowrance, I think, Simrad units. Today I want to fish an area that I spotted at home and I've never been before, so I want to scope it out and see what it's actually like. I want to put it to the test. I want to see, is it really worth it? I know from experience it is, but I want to see how we go today. Fish new water, inexperienced in that water, bit of water, so we'll see how we go. Weather's good, bit breezy, water's not too bad, it's a little bit stained, but hey, I'm not complaining. It's middle of winter, so yeah, nonetheless we're going to get after it. We're going to throw a bit bigger lures. We're going to try and target that little bit better class of fish. So yeah, so stay tuned. It's going to be very interesting. I'm going to throw Gigantorel with swinging hooks. DT, because it throws off a lot of vibration in the water. And then something just a little bit smaller, and just as a chase bait, just to follow up on. We get a missed bite, so those are the first ones. Right, so swing bait. Do it. Oh, big cod, big cod, big cod, big cod, big cod, big cod, big cod. Whoa, look at that big boy. Oh, get out of there, get out of there. Oh, get out of there, get out of there. Get out of there. This is risky. Come on! Guys, just hooked this absolute giant. I don't know how big it is. If I had to take an estimate, I don't know. It's just so damn big. Here we go, give it a big cuddle. Oh, damn. He is a true Mulwala giant. This is a grandpa of the lake. A true epic fish. Look at that. Swim bait gone. Ew. Gonna get her back. Look out. Oh, get one last look. She come. Oh, so damn heavy. Give it the time of day. She's good to go. Good to go. Yeah. That exact moment, what I'm feeling right this second, that's gonna sit up there, and it's gonna sit in here for a very long time. Man, what an absolute giant that was. Ended up measuring 123. Had to swallow it all the way down, but just running through the rod and reel. Just a 400 size bait caster reel. 400 size bait caster reel. Just on a heavy swim boat rod. On a swim boat. I'm not too sure how big it is exactly to the millimeter, but this is a Jackall Gigantrel, just in the carb colour. Now you can see I've got swing and assists. I've got them on assist hooks. I'm not running direct fix, as when it's swimming, the hooks hug up against the body. They pretty much sit up like that, and then that basically acts much like a stinger hook would, sitting right back there. Can get those fish that just nip at it and just hit it, but it can also get those fish that are going to take that headshot. So yeah, nonetheless, but he had it right down. And there's something else you might notice that's a bit different. Ooh, lose my balance. A bit different is my line. I'm not running braid. I haven't been running braid for a long while now. I'm running that's 30-pound fluorocarbon straight through to the lure. Now the reason of that is I started missing a lot of fish. A lot of the fish were getting short strikes or those bites where I know they're inhaling it, but for some reason it wasn't allowing them to actually inhale it as such. Like they would suck it in, but it wouldn't allow it to go right in. Now having these heavier swim bait rods nowadays, regardless of brand, they are generally pretty stiff, really fast taper to help launch those long baits, those big baits a long way. So you kind of, in retrospect, you want to feed him the bait. When you get that bite, you want him to be able to actually take it in, not to go to bite it, but then it doesn't give it a chance to actually suck back into his mouth. All he does is go to inhale, you feel that tick, but it doesn't actually go into his mouth. But having a stiffer rod and using fluorocarbon, the fluorocarbon has that little bit of stretch, and over the course of like your 10 to 15 meters out from the boat, you can have up to like 10%, 15%, maybe 20% stretch. So that over the course of 10 meters or so, that could be like 200 mil, maybe even 100 mil is like stretch over the course of that distance is pretty much all you need. So when he sucks it in and you feel that tick in the rod tip flick, that's him with the bait going into his mouth. So just like that one just there, running the fluorocarbon, it was just on, like it was down, right down deep. Both trebles were in the roof of his mouth and one down on the tongue. So yeah, it's changing my my rod arsenal. I'm actually, some of the softer tipped rods I'm still running braid. Some of my spinnerbaits rods, my hard body rods. But where they actually stalk the lure and sit behind it like a swim bait does when you're pausing it and slow winding it, and they suck that in, you definitely want to let them actually take it. There's some fish, of course, you know, they get that smash and grab and, you know, they're on. But those bigger fish, most of the time they will sit behind it, stalk it, or they will just suck it right in from a distance away. And yeah, you definitely want to let them actually eat it. You get that one bite, all day fishing, weeks long, who knows how long you've been fishing, chasing that one bite, and then you finally get that bite, and then you miss it from a short strike, and then you start guessing, oh, should I chuck stingers on? And then you start adding hooks in stupid positions. I know I'm guilty for that, running hooks in stupid positions just to try and get the hook up. Going back, started using braid on this rod and reel exactly, and I went through a phase, I've dropped over 20 fish, and they weren't small fish either, so I knew something had to be done. I went through so many hook configurations just trying to change something, but I looked at it, it actually wasn't the rod, it wasn't the reel, it was actually my line. So now that I've done that caps it off. Just then, I haven't dropped a fish running this system. I have been doing is also running a bit of like a foot long of 40-pound leader, 40 pound, 50, 60, whatever it is that you choose, just as a chafe leader, so if they inhale it, or just a bit of a wear and tear. But no, nonetheless, today I'm running 30 pound fluorocarbon right through, so, and that does the job very good. Like, I can feel that now, like it is scuffed, but you could actually land another fish on that, realistically speaking, but I'm not. I'm going to chop that off and go again. Guys, this is what it's about, and like I've said in most of my other videos, how good's Australia? Good country, Australia. What a morning, well, session. I think I earned that one. I think I really did. Put in a lot of time and effort, hours trying to figure out these fish, and to pull up the result like that, I'm yeah, pretty chuffed about it. So nonetheless, the first meter in the project boat, tick that one off. Till then guys, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it, and look forward to having you guys along for many more trips I have planned in the future and sessions. So remember guys, if you guys see me out in the water, come say good day, have a yarn. So till then, take care. So yeah, good country, Australia.